Johnson, Juliet, Charlie, Eric and Alyssa to come with me to teleport to the 1700s to learn about the American Revolution and learn to Presidents George Washington and Thomas Jefferson? Because I have my teleporter with me.
Okay, Miss Anderson, we are coming. Here we go now. 1762, here we come. Here we come.
Well, here we are, kids.
Wow. Miss Anderson. We know we've teleported to 1763. But somehow, it looks a little different.
There can be no dispute now, gentlemen. Great Britain is the most powerful nation in the world. And I, for one, take great pride in being a citizen of such an illustrious nation. Hear, hear, to the mother country. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Don't worry about that, children. But let's teleport to Great Britain now.
Gentlemen, our taxes on windows here in England have not proved to be sufficient. Thus, we're in desperate need of funds to pay our war debts.
Who is that, Miss Anderson?
Juliet. That is the King's Prime Minister, Lord George Granville.
So we must also impose taxes on the American colonists.
If I may speak, Prime Minister,
The chair recognizes Sir Thomas Carter.
I am in complete agreement. After all, His Majesty's army safeguards our American subjects from the French, Spanish, and Indians. I say it's only fair that the colonists pay for their own protection.
I concur. And any colonist accused of smuggling in America must, at his own expense, travel to the Vice Admiralty Court in Nova Scotia, where he'll be tried by a judge.
Now to go back to a building where we see men talking.
Outrageous! A trial by judge only? That's appalling! A trial by jury is the right of every British citizen. They can't take that away. Why, it's simply scandalous. And what about these new import taxes, made without our consent, I might add? That's taxation without representation. Gentlemen, please, let's not forget we are English citizens. If we feel the laws are unjust, we should complain and petition Parliament to reconsider.
Hey Evan, what happens in October 1765?
I don't know, Cassie.
With soldiers here to keep us in line, it's as clear as the nose on my face. We are becoming a suppressed people. And listen to this. Parliament proposes that colonial protesters be tried for treason. My Lord! All we want is some representation. That's not treasonous. That's our right as British citizens.
HMM, we wonder what happens in 1770.
Uh-oh.
You big bully monster! Why don't you go back to England where you belong? What happened? That simple-minded brute struck me!
What's that? A fire? That's not fire. That brute of a soldier over there beat up this defenseless patriot. He did, eh? Well, we'll have to teach that red-coated thug a thing or two about proper manners. Follow me! Arms first, and no one will be hurt. Go ahead and shoot. Shoot if you're brave enough. Shoot us, you lobster-back weaklings. You craven mice. Don't shoot!
Yikes.
Quick, kids. Back to a building where men are talking now.
Yes, tragic, but surely the soldiers were afraid the mob would attack them. Failure was loyal to Malcolm, so naturally you'll see it that way. Have you heard about the resounding success of the boycott, Malcolm? I have. Indeed, Peg and I no longer buy any British-made clothing or drink any tea. I will not spend a tinker's pence on tea imported from England.
Come on, kids. Let's teleport to December 1773 and learn about the Boston Tea Party by looking at it now.
We love it, Miss Anderson. To Great Britain.
These colonists have shown themselves to be scandalously disloyal to the crown. They are treacherous, wretched villains who need to be taught a lesson, which these 4 laws will do. They will show those hooligans that we will no longer tolerate their brazen impudence.
Cool. Back to a building where men are talking now.
Sooner or later. I say the sooner we break away, the better it will be for everyone. Such talk is treasonous. You can be hanged for those words. All good Englishmen, and I count myself as one of them, must stand with our king and mother country. I say no to independence.
How can we stay loyal to a country that takes away our rights and treats us as if we were second-class citizens? Honestly, I just don't know what to think.
Well, kids, maybe you should learn about the intolerable X and Paul Revere's Midnight Ride at Home. But let's teleport to April 19th, 1775. And that means the war is starting.
Lay down your arms.
This feels like the shot heard round the world part. Right, Miss Anderson?
That's right, Charlie. But let's go check at Bunker Hill on June 17th, 1775 now.
Yikes. Thomas Penn said he made common sense. And Thomas Jefferson said he made the Declaration of Independence. And war ends in Yorktown. But I've got a better idea. Let's learn the presidents when we get back to 2020. Can we do that, teacher?
Of course we can, Juliet. Here we go now.
Look out, Abraham Lincoln. Mommy, Daddy.
What's that? You see your mommy and daddy, Cassie? Well, that means it's time for your checkout. So you, Evan, Henry, Sarah, and James, go get your backpacks and see them quickly now.
Mommy, Daddy.
Hey, Cassie. Hey, Cassie. Are you ready for your dentist checkup?
Yes, I sure am, Mommy and Daddy. Here we go now. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, Grover Cleveland, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George H. W. Bush, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Donald Trump are the presidents of the United States.
Bravo, Cassie.
Thanks, Evan, but seeing a kid throwing a tantrum at a mall was a disaster.
I want a teddy bear, I want a teddy bear, I want a teddy bear.
I know, Cassie, but this the best President's Day ever in
I
our
guess
life
you're right,
anyways.
Evan.